Stick to with Earle Sports Bet. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today we get a full Friday baseball slate to go over. I believe we've got every single game lined. So we have, we got every single game has a line today. So we can actually go over every game, and nobody's being difficult on which pitcher they're going with. So that's nice to see. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right and one went wrong in the world of sports betting. It wasn't a fun day. I will say it wasn't fun. I finished down, obviously. Baseball went 5-9-1, down 1.73 units. The only reason why I was down 1.73 units is two of my losses were 0.4 units each because it was the minus 300 fade. Which that was frustrating. We'll get into that one first. The minus 300 fade yesterday. Chicago White Sox first five in full game. They're up 3-0 in the first inning. And that doesn't last until the fifth, which would have been really nice, but it is what it is, and the full game loses as well. The Marlins lose. I had Pirates first five in full game. They scored a run in the first. I'm like, sweet, good start. 14 unanswered runs for the Milwaukee Brewers. Ouch. The Kansas City Royals first five comes through. Yeah. Toronto Blue Jays first five minus a half. Loses. Cubs first five minus a half. Cubs full game minus one. Both cash. That's where I should have stopped on that game. Team total over 5.5 was a loser. They only put up 5. This is why I hate 5.5 team totals. And the full game over 10 comes up short as well. And Seattle Mariners, never in doubt. Money line plus 138, never in doubt winner. Team total over 3.5, never in doubt winner. Over 8, never in doubt push. Grand slam in the top of the ninth inning.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gets the job done there. So that really helped put a Band-Aid on the bullet wound yesterday of what was yesterday, because heading into that ninth inning, I was looking at them, all right, I'm going to have a 3-11 day. Down big, very frustrating. But that turned my day around a little bit there. Made it a little bit more tolerable, the loss. The NFL, I should have just grabbed the first half instead of the full game. The Jets choke it late. The Jets were up 16-7 at one point. They're up 13-0 at one point. They scored nothing in the second half. Nothing. And they lose the game. That's fantastic. So 0-1 start to the NFL. It is what it is. You're not going to go perfect.
It's rigged. NFL's rigged.
The CFL game, I felt like I had a decent read on it. Just didn't get the results I wanted. I should have just laid the points with Winnipeg like I had fully intended on doing last week. Instead, I went with the first half under, full game under. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers did their job. In the first half, they only gave up 4 points. The full game, they only gave up 20. Let me look at my notes. I did not have a team that was averaging only giving up less than 14 points a game, giving up 50. It's amazing what happens when you don't play the Edmonton Elks. So BC Lions get absolutely shredded to pieces last night. I should have just taken first half full game with Winnipeg laying the points rather than the unders. It is what it is. So I went 1-2 in the CFL. And then for the WNBA, I had the over 163. It lands on 162. So that was fun times as well. So overall yesterday, 6-13-1, down 3.83 units. Still positive on the month with August. I had a really good, strong first 2 days. 22-21-1, up 0.91 units so far in the month of August. So still positive on the month, hoping to just get back into the winning here.
Yeah, it was a negative day on the site. It is what it is. We're not going to have profitable days every single day. And for the entire month, we're now down $11. So whatever. But you look back at it, we had where did it go? Can we actually get it to be, yep, there we go. White Sox were a loser. Whatever. That was a plus 270, worth a shot. Royals run line. At least we put up the run line on it. Plus 170. Happy with that one. Pittsburgh loser. Jets loser. The Instagram play of the day was the Chicago Cubs on the run line. Nice little winner there. The overtime was a loser. You already talked about the CFL game. Seattle was never in doubt. And then, yeah, we had the over one. I had 164 on the site for that Mercury game, and it finished at 162. That's definitely bro. And did Phoenix won by 20? Phoenix won. So if I grab the home dog like I normally do, I would have cashed. I'm an idiot. Cool. Ended up being down 2.22 units yesterday, down a little bit for the month now, but it's like 0.11 units. We'll get right back on it today, and we'll see what we could do.
There you go. Fair enough.
Head to the chat.
I'll head over to the chat, and then we'll get into this big card.
Yep.
Morning, boys. Why are the Cubs such big dogs? And I was kind of looking into this when Tim was recapping. The Lions moved towards the Braves in this game. So maybe Max Fried will pitch well. And it's still the Atlanta Braves. That's probably why. It is still the Atlanta Braves. Cameron saying, I don't always do the dishes, but when I do, Earle Sports is in the background. No better way to do the dishes than with some Earle Sports bets in the background. Cubs -1, Jets first half. I should have just played that first half. I was looking at it too. Marlins nerfy, Jays nerfy, KC first 5, San Fran first 5, 6-0 day. Back to the winning ways again. There you go. Started my morning making $100 off of blackjack. There you go. Cubs money line first play of the day. I feel like the Cubs today are going to be that one play that, like, you look at the card, you're like, bam, I'm automatically betting that. I kind of want to look the other way. We'll get into the actually. That's the 220 game. That is the first game of the day. We get to talk about Braves Cubs, the first game of the day, once we're done with the chat here. Morning, Twins. Thanks for the free picks yesterday on the gram. Mariners money line, Twins money line. Y'all good. I appreciate it, man. Orioles first 5 full game money, Cubbies money line, and first 5 Mariners pushed. There you go. Thanks, guys. Peterson strikeouts. That's kind of an interesting look because Peterson, I believe, if I look at his numbers, has actually been pretty good with strikeouts. 10.13 strikeouts per 9, 27% the last 30 days. So he does strike out a decent amount of batters. And we will be getting into Mets and Orioles a little bit later into the card, about midway through the card. But we get it started here in Atlanta, or my bad, in Chicago. We have the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs in this game here. We have the Braves as -160 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. And this line's actually moved up, as I mentioned a minute ago. Line opened up at a 160. It's up to a 165. It's actually moved 5 cents towards the Braves. This did up to 175 at one point, so a little bit of buyback here on the Cubbies. But it's some line movement towards the Braves here. Line opened up at an 8.5 -120. It's up to an 8.5 -123. So a little bit of line move towards the over and a line move towards the Bravos in this game over on Bet Online. Let's see if the cash flow represents that here. As we have 76% of the tickets and 43% of the cash is on the Braves, and the lines move towards the Braves here. 24% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the Cubbies. On the run line, 42% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the +1.5. So not even the big money coming in on the Braves -1.5 in this game. There's nobody. The high tickets are on the Braves, but not much money. It's kind of interesting there. 56% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the under. And the lines moved up towards the over in this game, which tells me maybe one of these pitchers are vulnerable. The way the line moves suggests it might be Kyle Hendricks. This is Max Fried's first start back off the. This is his first start of the season.
No.
Huh?
No.
Wait, no, not of the season. He started the season, but he's been out for a while.
He's pitched 5 games. I believe the last one was in May 5th. May 5th against the Baltimore Orioles.
So he's been out for a little bit. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here for this matchup in Wrigley Field, which is tied for the worst hitting conditions on the slate. Minus 12% home runs, minus 3% doubles, triples, minus 2% singles, minus 9% runs overall. Max Fried hasn't pitched in the last 27 days. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks has been okay. 4.29 ERA, 1.18 whip, 6.56 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 0.76 walks per nine, a 295 BABIP before 34 FIP, and a 3.92 SIERA. Let me put in that Fried plays for the Braves because he hasn't played in the last 30 days, so I do not have the bullpen numbers for Atlanta. There we go. The bullpen edge goes towards the Braves here for FIP and a 3.59 SIERA compared to 4.05 and 4.11. The hitting advantage goes towards the Braves here, 127 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 108, which is 14th. The Cubbies are hitting righties better than they're hitting lefties right now. And I kind of feel like Atlanta could be an interesting play here in this game. The Lions moved towards the Braves, even though more tickets are on the Braves. More money is on the Cubbies, and the Lions moving towards the Braves. Maybe they're not really buying into that sharp money. I kind of lean Atlanta in this matchup. I just don't know what to expect from Max Fried is the problem here for me. So I lean Atlanta at the moment. I don't know if I'm pulling the trigger on Atlanta here. I'm
on the opposite side. I like the Cubbies today. This is a team that's been playing some really good baseball as of late, and I just want to keep riding them. And you get them at plus money at home. Yes, it's against Atlanta. Okay, it's against Max Fried, who hasn't pitched since, when did I say, May?
Yeah.
He's going to be on like some type of pitch restriction. This is not the start to go after and try to go after it. And when it comes to it, I'm going to be on the Cubbies side of this one. And I actually like the Cubbies a lot. So I grabbed them plus 155 last night. Obviously, the line has dropped because when I did my thing last night, Atlanta was minus 185. So for me, it looks like money's coming on the Cubs since I did the show, my thing last night. But I like the Cubbies in this one. We'll roll with that.
Yeah. In his last rehab start, he got up to 79 pitches. So Fried should be able to go deep enough to qualify for a win potentially if he's pitching well. He gave up 5 earned runs and struck out 13 over 12 innings across his 4 rehab starts. So he did get up a little bit in pitches as well. I don't know if I want to move on the Braves here, but it's definitely Braves or nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm on the Cubbies. I'm not backing Fried on his first start back.
All right, back to the chat. I want to look at a couple things. I might pull the trigger on the Braves here.
All right, then. Yo. Orioles first 5, full game. Cubbies money line in first 5. Mariners pushed. Get it? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Mo. We already did those. Someone a while back brought up Orioles opening game win percentage is high. Yeah, they've been really good. Been cashing on the Orioles minus 1.5. That's exactly where I'll be today. I think I'm going to take minus 3 Braves to start my day. See how it goes. No, I can't. No. Braves are good. That's fantastic. They got a pitcher that hasn't pitched since May. Supness.
Their offense will be fun.
Atlanta alternate. It's Hendricks. Enough said. No, not enough said. Because Max
Hendricks has not been. Yeah.
No, I can't back a pitcher that hasn't pitched in months. No. I was thinking the same thing, lean Cubs, but I can't bet against the powerhouse. All right, so everybody loves the Braves today. Makes me feel a lot better. What's up, Earls? Good luck, and thank you for the show. Of course, stop Gio. Braves are good. What? The Braves are good? 50% DK boost any IG pod today or save for tomorrow. We're going to go through the card and see if I could figure out one. I don't have one at the moment, but we'll figure out one. Give me the over. Matt Olson home run prop. I can see that. LOL, Cubs suck. Bro, you high. Cubs suck.
I mean, they've won 13 of their last 16 games. They're on a high.
I guess winning 13 out of 16 games is bad. And making their approach towards the, I believe, they're 3 games back for a wild card, 2.5 back for the division. But they suck. But they suck. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I did make a move on this game, by the way. I think I found the right way I want to approach this. I'm taking the Atlanta Braves team total over 4.5 at -137 and the full game over 8.5 at -123. So that's where I'm going to go for this game. A little bit of interesting news here in hockey real quick. I just got the alert. Tom Wilson signed a 7-year extension with the Washington Capitals for $45.5 million. So they're not trading him.
Interesting.
Braves -3.5. I just think they get 5 runs. We're on to the next matchup, though. Washington Nationals and the Cincinnati Reds in this game here. We have the Reds as -170 favorites with a total of 10.5 in this game. Let's get into this one here. Good old Patrick Corbin taking on Graham Ashcraft. This line opened up at a -175 for the Reds. It's down to a 169. It just did get up to a -192 at one point, but it's been a 6-cent line movement towards the Washington Nationals. Line opened up at a 10 -110. It's now a 10 10.5 -110. It's now a 10.5 -115. 5-cent line movement towards the over and a 6-cent line movement towards the Natties. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, see if it represents a move like that. We have 91% of the tickets and 73% of the cashes on the Reds. The lines move towards the Natties. 83% of the tickets, not 89% of the cashes on the over. The lines move towards the over there. That total is probably where it should be. Let's take a look here. Number one hitting conditions on the slate, plus 23% runs, plus 31% home runs, plus 14% double triples, plus 5% singles here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have Patrick Corbin and Graham Ashcraft in this one here. Corbin, 5.83 ERA, 1.50 whip, 6.44 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 2.15 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, a 5.42 FIP, and a 4.73 SIERA. On the flip side, Graham Ashcraft, 1.84 ERA, 1.30 whip, 5.22 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%, 3.38 walks per 9, a 2.94 BABIP, a 4.43 FIP, and a 5.39 SIERA. Hitting advantage bullpen advantage going towards the Natties in this game. 4.58 FIP, 4.15 SIERA compared to 5.14 and 3.99. Hitting advantage does go towards the Reds in this spot. 113 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 91, which is 19th. I'm kind of leaning towards Patrick Corbin and the Natties first 5 here. Is my lean at the moment. The looks like the sharp money coming in on these Washington Nationals. Line moving towards the Natties, even though 91% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the Reds, and 81% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on their run line, and the line's moving towards the Natties. Definitely interested in Washington in this game, and I think I want to double down on them here. They're a big dog, and I can get plus 143 for the first 5, plus 155 for the full game. I'm really interested in this big dog here, and I'm going to take a shot here. In Patrick Corbin, we trust. Washington Nationals plus 143 first 5. Washington Nationals plus 155 full game for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be on the exact opposite side of you.
Again? Again? Jeez. You don't like me this morning.
Oh, I like backing pitchers that have actually pitched well. And Patrick Corbin's not him. You know who's been pitching well? His last 6 starts, he's allowed 7 earned runs. Oh, that's Graham Ashcraft. And he's gone up against the Dodgers, the Brewers, Giants, Brewers. He went up against this Washington team, and they won 9-2 that game. this is a Reds run line spot for me. I know you're not a big Reds person, and I know you're not a big Ashcraft person. Corbin's awful, and this is a Nationals team that is just as bad. They are coming off of winning 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee, so at least that's a benefit to them. But no, I cannot go after the Nationals today. I'm all over the Reds, and it's got to be run lined.
Fair enough. So a little bit of disagreement here this morning on the Earle Sports Bet Show. Not something we get too much of around here, other than the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get to that game before we disagreed, but we've done.
You're on the Mets today?
I was looking at them a little bit. We'll get into it that here. I'm going to try to find ways to stay off of Oriole games because they're never going to lose again, and my numbers never like them. My numbers always have them due for negative regression, and it's just never going to happen. So, but yeah, I'm just tracking my Natties plays real quick. First 5 plus 143, full game plus 155. Go for a little bit of a score with an underdog here. Everybody hates Corbin. I get it. So not many people are going to like Patrick Corbin there. So yeah. Let's see.
Not as much Corbin. I like Ashcraft.
Yeah. Fair enough. Nick, if it's going to be a good day, you got on my team jersey, rocking the red, white, and blue Le'Veon Bell. So that's one, yeah. Not sure about the over 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing in. Is that for the Braves game, or is that for the what do you call it game? That's probably the Braves game. Yeah. Reds money line. That is chalky. Very, very chalky. Minus 170. 7 years, 45 million is highway robbery or what? For hockey, that's not cheap for hockey. I mean, Tom Wilson is in his prime right now, so I understand. So yeah. Nats are away and dogs. Nuff said. Nats run line first 5. Nats race to 2-3. There you go. Sup, Alex? Lean Natties. I may be on the first 5. I don't know. I think there is definitely value with the first 5 with the Natties. Trusting that bullpen's still very difficult, but their bullpen's not been as bad as of late. Graham Ashcraft, yeah. Why are you not on the Braves Cubs over? I am on the Braves Cubs over. I did play the over 8.5 in that game. Good morning. ESB doubled up on the Mercury second half. There you go. Gotta be kidding me if you're on the Mets. I haven't bet it yet. But Orioles are probably a lock like usual. The Mets over the Orioles. Did you eat an edible before the show? No, I did not. Yeah. Reds money line for sure. Fade Corbin. I mean, if you're going to do it, lay a run line. Do not lay minus 170, please. Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. It's all about the Mets. See? No. Cameron understands.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go Mets.
I don't mind betting the New York Mets, but I'm not betting the Syracuse Mets. That's not a chance.
Fair enough. 10-mile-an-hour winds for the Braves. Supposed to stay Nats money line and money line first 5, but driving an autocorrect. There you go. Damn autocorrect. Phillies and Royals money lines. I did. The Red Hot Royals have won 6 in a row. The hottest team in baseball. Just shoot me in the foot already. There you go. Sorry, Phillies and Brewers. There you go. Nice Mets plug. Always. I mean, he asked for it. It says it's all about the Mets. So I had to. I had to. We'll move on, though. We get the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Detroit Tigers here. Minus 140 for the Rays with a total of 9 in this game. Let's get into this matchup here. Looks like a bullpen day for Tampa. It's going to be Zach Littell starting it off here. The line opened up at a minus 145. It's down to a 142. It did get down to a 132 at one point. Some buyback on the Rays here. Line opened up at a 9 minus 115. It's down to a 9 minus 110. So a 5-cent line movement towards the under and a 3-cent line movement towards Detroit. Let's see if the markets kind of agree with that. We have 57% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Rays. And we have, looks like 36% of the tickets and 52% of the cash is on the over. And the lines move slightly towards the under in this one here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for Comerica Park, plus 4% runs, plus minus 7% home runs, 0% doubles, triples, plus 8% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, it really doesn't matter for Littell because he's not going to go very far into this game. I believe. Let me confirm that real quick. Littell, the righty. Let's see. He goes. Oh, he went 5 innings in his last start. Gave up 2 earned runs and 8 hits against the Astros. So it looks like they're stretching him out a little bit here. So let's go over him. 4.4 ERA, 1.53 WHIP, 8.79 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. No walks for 9. 420 BABIP, but a 2.23 FIP and a 3.09 SIERA. On the flip side, Reese Olson, 4.63 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, 5.65 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.16 walks per 9, a 2.68 BABIP, a 4.43 FIP, and a 4.29 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Rays here, 3.9 FIP, 3.26 SIERA, compared to a 4.88 FIP and a 4.25 SIERA for the Tigers bullpen. The hitting advantage goes towards the Rays. 96 WRC plus, which is 18th, compared to 79, which is 28th. So all my X's and O's are pointing me towards the Rays in this one here. I wonder why the lines move slightly in the direction of Detroit. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping me worried about this game. I do lean Tampa if I had to get to anything in this game. I don't think I'm going to get to anything in this game, but it's a slight lean towards the Rays if I had to bet anything in this one. This is a big series coming up for the Rays. These are games you have to win. The Detroit Tigers are not very good. And these are games you need to win to keep up with the Orioles in that division. So I lean Rays. This is not a game I'm getting to.
I lean
Tigers. Of course you do.
I know. I look at it. This is a Rays team that's 20 games over 500 against a Tigers team that's 12, and it's only a minus 140. I know it's a bullpen game, but still, this is. I can't touch the Rays right now, especially on the road. They just have not looked. Well, they've won their last 2 series against Houston and New York, but this is still a team that I just don't trust right now. Especially as a favorite on the road. And when it comes to it, Reese Olson hasn't been bad for the Tigers. Although last 2 starts, he's allowed 9 earned runs in 11 innings. But I kind of like Olson. I think he can have a good start in this one. So I would look towards the Detroit side in this one as a little bit of a home dog. Am I getting to it? Probably not. I'm not a super big fan of this slate today, but I do like some spots, and I will definitely like the next game. I'll be interested in the next game. I thought the next game was something else, but we'll see how it goes.
Fair enough. Feel like I have Terry on the other side of me just disagreeing on every play.
No.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look here. Rays for sure. Fade the Tigers. I mean, the Tigers have definitely played better than I thought they would this year. They're actually on pace for their over-win total, and I have the under. I'm on the Royals and the White Sox today. I've only bet the first 2 games. I actually came into this show with nothing bet in the MLB. I had my games capped. Really wanted to dive deeper into them during the show. That's kind of what I wanted to do there. First 5 full game Rays. Don't hate that. Thanks. Not a problem, Cameron. I don't know what I did, but not a problem. I may even take a stab at first 5 Rays alt minus 1.5. You made it. Kind of like Detroit money line.
Me too.
Rays run line and the over for Mr. Fernando. Great call on the Mariners. Never in a doubt. Nope, never in a doubt. Detroit nerfy. Olsen is going to get hit. Rays first 5. I kind of lean Tampa in this one here, but this one I've got some interest in. We have the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. The Astros are $1.50 road favorites in this game with a total of 9 in this spot. We have Luis Severino and Hunter Brown. This line opened up at a minus 135. It's up to a minus 152, a 17-cent line movement towards Houston in this spot. Total opened up at a 9 minus 125. It's actually gone down 10 cents. It's moved 10 cents towards the under to minus 115 for the over 9. Let's take a look at the line, the cash flow, see if it represents a move towards the Astros and a move towards the Yankees in this spot. And we have 40% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the Yankees, and the line's moving towards the Astros. On the run line is where all the big Astros money is coming in. 27% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on Houston run line. 84% of the tickets, 86% of the cash, 85 and 88% of the cash is on the over. The line's actually moved 10 cents towards the under, which tells me maybe the under is a decent look in this game as well. Looking at the ballpark pal in this one, Yankee Stadium, plus 6% runs, plus 25% home runs, minus 7% doubles, triples, minus 2% singles in this one here. Looking at the pitching matchup, definitely an edge on one side here. We have Hunter Brown and Luis Severino. Hunter Brown, 5.75 ERA, 1.52 whip, 10.18 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 3.1 walks per nine, a 264 BABIP, a 504 FIP, and a 3.97 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Luis Severino, who's been bad, 10.19 ERA, 2.26 whip, 8.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 3.06 walks per nine, a 468 BABIP, a 6.16 FIP, and a 4.66 SIERA. One thing that might keep me off the full game in this one is there is a massive bullpen advantage towards the Yankees here. 3.83 FIP, 3.65 SIERA compared to 6.14 FIP and a 4.66 SIERA for the Astros. Hitting advantage goes towards the Astros, 103 WRC plus, which is 13th compared to the Yankees, 81 WRC plus, which is 26, which tells me maybe Hunter Brown has a good start in this one here. I kind of lean towards the under in this spot, but I'm actually going to look towards the side of this one. I'm looking at Houston. I want Houston early in this game. I wish I had first threes available. I would have doubled down first 5 and first 3. But I can get that for minus 132. I'm going to grab the Astros first 5 money line, minus 132 in this game. I like Hunter Brown to come out here and pitch at least 5 good innings. And I see a decent edge early here with the Astros over the Yankees. So first 5, minus 132 for me with the Astros money line.
Yep.
First 5.
I would have to run line it because I'm not laying that big of juice. For
me, in the first 5, I would rather lay 132 rather than
first 5. You do whatever you want to lay the 5.
Yeah, I don't bet first 5 if I don't have to.
Full game, I would rather because I'm looking at it now. I can get full game money line for minus 147 or the run line at like plus 113. I'd rather go run line. Because I'm not laying minus 140. That's just not happening. I haven't all year, and I'm not going to start doing it. I do think the Astros win this one, and it is a little bit more comforting that they are on the road, so that they are guaranteed an extra at bat. And I do like the Astros in this one. I think the Astros still win the series, even though they lost last night. I think this is a bounce back game from last night. I like Hunter Brown over Severino. Yes, Astros, because they need to start making a push. They got close. What are they, a game and a half back now for the division?
Something like that. I'm not too worried about that. I still think they win the division. They still get some games against Texas as well.
Yeah, but I am going Houston run line in this one.
There you go. Head back to the chat. Where we leave off, there we go.
There you go.
Craig Wood saying Severino due for a bounce back. The markets aren't saying so. On markets like the Astros here, this one. Houston,
I love the do factor.
Yeah, I love the do factor. Hope in one hand, poop in the other. See which one fills up first. Houston, I took the Yankees last night.
There you go.
Let's go, boys. Micah time, Moolah time.
Moolah time. Money.
There we go. Money. All righty. We get the Red Hot Royals. I didn't think I'd be saying that at all this year. Taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies minus 235 favorites in this game with a total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Philadelphia and Kansas City. we get our favorite Jordan Lyles on the mound. Line opened up at a 215. It's up to a 245 now. So a 30-cent line movement towards Philadelphia in this game. Line opened up at a 9 minus 125. It's down to a 9 minus 120. So it's moved 5 cents towards the under in this game, which is kind of interesting with Jordan Lyles on the mound. We got, wow, okay, I'm really interested in this under. 82% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over. And the lines move slightly towards the under. I'm definitely interested in under the total here. We have 50% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the Royals money line, but 90% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Philly run line. So all the money coming in on run line for the Phillies and money line for the Royals. No surprise there. Looking at Ballpark Pal, third best hitting conditions on the slate, 14% runs, 33% home runs, 4% doubles, triples, minus 2% singles. We have Jordan Lyles, who has actually pitched better as of late. 3.86 ERA, 1.24 whip, 8.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 1.71 walks per 9, a 3.06 BABIP, a 4.32 FIP, and a 4.62 SIERA. On the flip side, Aaron Nola, 4.18 ERA, 1.11 whip, 10.3 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 1.11 walks per 9, a 2.87 BABIP, a 4.17 FIP, and a 3.25 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Phillies, 4.25 FIP, 4.47 SIERA, 4.2 SIERA compared to 4.98 and a 4.66 for Kansas City. Hitting advantage actually goes towards the Royals here in this spot. 86 WRC plus, which is 23rd, compared to 80, which is 27th. The Phillies are just not hitting right-handed pitching right now, and that actually makes me very interested in this under in this spot. Obviously, I don't trust bullpens. I'm not playing the full game under, but looking at this first 5, let's take a look at what we can get for that. It's a 5. The first 5 at a 5. I'm going to take the first 5 under 5 here in this spot, minus 104 on this one. I like Jordan Lyles to come out here and pitch well against a Phillies team that's just not hitting righties right now. So I'm going to take the under in this spot. First 5 under 5, minus 104.
Yeah, I'm not going to go after a total in this one. I kind of lean Royals. I know you mentioned that you like in the Royals. You're getting plus like $2 for them. And I think it's a good – I mean, they're on a winning streak. They're looking good right now. Granted, it was against the Twins and the Mets, so I'm not really –
Twins.
Oh, my God. The 500 Twins. I don't care. 2 games over 500 Twins. I don't care. The Twins are not good. I like the Royals in this one. And I'm getting some nice plus money. What can I get for them up on the site? 210? 217, 218. I can get 218 on the site. Thoughts on the Kansas City Royals, Nick?
I don't know if I trust the bullpen for a full game, and I don't know if I trust Jordan Lyles to win a baseball game. Is the only thing that worries me. I like the under more than I like the side in this one here. The line has moved towards the Phillies. All the money's coming on the Phillies run line, so I understand it. But for me, I'm staying off the side. I like just the total in this one.
There you go. I'll let you head back to the chat.
All right, let me finish typing out this one. There we go. I was just typing it onto my Cappit there. We'll head to the chat here. Astros Yerfy. I'm fading Nola today. Good luck. Yep, I'm going under Royals in the under 9. You can get the Phillies team total at 5.5, by the way. I'm kind of interested in that under as well. But let's get into it here. New York Mets are at the Baltimore Orioles in this one here. Minus 150 for the Orioles, a total of 9 in this game. Let's get into it here. Line opened up at a 160. It's moved 8 cents towards the New York Mets. This did get down to a minus 144 at one point. The original line movement was 16 cents towards the Mets in the first 8 minutes of this line. So interesting line movement here as it's moved towards the Mets. 90, and then the line opened up at a 9 minus 120. It's up to a 9 minus 121. So a massive 1 penny line movement towards the over in this one here. Let's get into it here. We have 60% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the Mets in this game. The line has moved towards the Mets in this game. 78% of the tickets are on the over. We have no cash flow for the over, and the line has moved a penny towards the over. Some places, I think it's moved up to a 9.5, though. Looking at ballpark power, this is the second best hitting conditions in baseball today. Plus 15% runs, plus 2% home runs, plus 6% doubles, triples, plus 14% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Dean Kramer and we have David Peterson. Peterson has actually pitched pretty well. 3.38 ERA, 1.43 whip, 10.13 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%. 3.38 walks per nine, a 382 BABIP, but a 3.35 FIP and a 3.37 SIERA, suggesting some positive regression coming the way of David Peterson. On the flip side, we have Dean Kramer with a 3.45 ERA, 1.08 whip, 9.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 3.45 walks per nine, a 222 BABIP, but a 4.32 FIP and a 4.18 SIERA, suggesting he's getting slightly lucky. Not overly lucky, nothing crazy like that, but he should be slightly worse than his numbers suggest. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Orioles, 2.97 FIP, 3.16 SIERA compared to 3.59 and 4.07. Slight hitting advantage actually goes towards the Orioles, who do hit lefties pretty well, 128 WRC plus, which is fifth. And the Mets are actually hitting righties pretty well right now, 125 WRC plus, which is sixth. I actually think the pitching edge, I know this may surprise people, goes to David Peterson in this one. And I know Dean Kramer is a very profitable pitcher. They give him run support, the Orioles. And actually, I believe in Peterson to come out here and pitch well. Give me 5 solid innings. I'm not trusting the Mets full game here. I do not trust the Mets full game here. But when the first 5 is 15 cents different for the Orioles, it's a 152 full game. It's only minus 137 first 5. Tells me that the Mets are alive here in the first 5 innings. And that's all I'm taking for this game is the Mets in the first 5 innings. I have a feeling they blow this game late because the Mets are finding ways to lose games and the Orioles never win, or the Mets are finding ways to lose games and the Orioles just don't know how to lose anymore. I'm just taking the first 5 in this game. I like the edge I'm getting with David Peterson at a slight plus price tag over Dean Kramer. I think the hitting is about the same. The bullpen edge goes to Baltimore, and the line movement's telling me the Mets are live in this game as well. So I'm taking a little bit of the Mets here, first 5 at plus 117.
I am not. I have no problem betting these New York Mets. It's the Syracuse Mets that I cannot bet. And this team is not the New York Mets anymore. This is. I wonder how much of your hitting stats are a little bit skewed for the Mets because, after the trade deadline. And I feel like that's one of the problems with your numbers on the Mets right now is post-trade deadline. And I just am not a believer in the Mets anymore. This is not a good team. They sold. They're done. This is an Orioles team that is red hot right now. They just came off of winning. They just had the 2 biggest series of their season so far against Tampa Bay and against Toronto, where they went 5-2. This team is hot right now. It's not a team I want to get in front of. The Orioles are Dean Kramer is the most profitable team pitcher in baseball. Orioles are the most profitable team in baseball, and the Mets are done. They just got swept by the Royals. They are done, and this one's me backing a team that's winning and fading a team that's losing. Orioles run line in this game.
Yeah, there is. I know this was earlier in the season, but this kind of has a certain feel to me. I want to try to find when this was back a while ago in this season where, yeah, here it is. When they lost, where they got swept by the Tigers. They lost 2 out of 3 to Colorado. They lost 2 out of 3 to Cincinnati. They split a series with Washington, then took 2 out of 3 against Tampa Bay. This would be a very, very Mets thing. And you know this too, being a Mets fan. We get swept by the Royals and win a series against the Baltimore Orioles.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, that would be a very Mets move, right? Am I not wrong? That would be a very Mets move.
It would be a very New York Mets move. Not really a Syracuse Mets move, but a New York Mets move, yeah.
I get it. Now you're just going to, whatever.
They're not a good team anymore, Nick. It's not the same team. Look at that lineup. Do you really think that lineup's going to do anything?
I think David Peterson comes out here and pitches well. I can give a crap about the lineup. I just need a couple runs from them.
You really think they're going to give a couple of runs?
Dean Kramer's not a good pitcher. He's not.
Okay.
He's a league average pitcher. We're acting like the Mets can't score any runs against him?
Oh.
Really?
Look what the Mets just did against Kansas City.
Okay, who cares?
Okay.
That makes me like the Mets even more. I mean, there's no way the Orioles lose. The Mets just came off of getting swept against the Royals. There's no way the Orioles lose. The line's moving down? No way. You got your orange and black glasses on. I think the Mets win this first 5. Back to the chat here. Going to fade you, Fernando. All right. Fighting words. God damn it. Philly home 2. I see everybody on the points spread. It's a Friday. People are getting paid. Fair. I don't know how them O's moved down from. I don't like how them O's moved down from 175. Yeah, but I don't care. Fair. The Orioles should win. They should. Mets just got swept by the Royals. I mean, yeah, there's no way the Mets win now. They just got swept by the Royals, which are one of the worst teams in baseball. Orioles money line. Feel the exact opposite. Peterson has gotten lit up, but who knows? I may be wrong. I mean, his numbers are not bad. I mean, I don't get why people hate him so much. His advanced numbers are decent. He strikes out a lot of batters, and his ERA has actually been down the last 30 days. This is not a drill. This seems like a Mets. Again, the Mets probably win, though, knowing baseball. I know, baseball makes no sense, and we'll talk about that later, how baseball makes no sense. There's a game where there's 2 pitchers of like a 10 ERA and an 8 ERA that'll go 1-0 for no random reason. And we'll get into that later.
I have a feeling that's going to be our pod today.
The under in the that game that I know we're both thinking of. Okay,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Kramer isn't the bee's knees, but he's good enough here. I mean, that could be fair. LOL, we all know what saying no way will happen, right? Yeah. Let me just put $1 on the Mets first 5. Anyone on UFC, a sport, if I can make money, I guarantee the Earls can make money in it. I don't really mess with the UFC too much. I tried for a while and I sucked at it. Straight up, I was terrible at it. There's not really many numbers off of. Yo, the dream turned into a nightmare last night. I feel like I have a fever today.
Yes, fever.
Fight.
Fever.
We'll move on here. This next upcoming game, by the way, Tim, I have my 10,000 unit whale cock lock of the year. I am on the Sox money line in this game. I'm on the Sox in this one. I'm on the Sox in this one. Boston Red Sox taking on the Chicago White Sox here. We have the Red Sox as minus 155 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look here in this spot here. Except for the White Sox aren't playing the Red Sox. They're playing the Blue Jays.
I was about to say, what do you...
Wait, what? What? Did I read the sports book wrong? This isn't the right matchup.
No, it's not.
Nope. I typed it in wrong because I put in I meant to type in Cleveland, I believe. This is not the right matchup. I accidentally combined 2 because I read it Chicago and Boston when it's really Chicago and Cleveland. And the next game I have to type up. Okay, I messed this one up. Because there is no Sox versus Sox today. It's the Guardians, and they're minus 160 in this game with a total of 8.5. I apologize for that one. So I hyped up that game for no apparent reason.
Yes, you did.
At all.
That is correct.
Chicago White Sox and Cleveland Guardians. Guardians $1.60 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. I don't know what the heck just happened. There we go. Default. There we go. I accidentally clicked something there. We have Mike Clevinger and Logan Allen for this pitching matchup. Line opened up at a 165. It's down to a 162. So a 3-cent line movement towards Chicago in this one here. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 115. It's actually gone down 20 cents. It's down to an 8.5 plus 105. So a move towards the under and a move towards the White Sox in this game here. Let's see if the line history reflects that here. As we have 28% of the tickets and 75% of the cashes on the White Sox, and the lines moved their way. So big bets coming in on Chicago in this one here. 55% of the tickets and 91% of the cashes on the under. The lines move towards the under here in this one as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. Mike Clevinger and Logan Allen. How much does Clevinger pitch recently?
Not a lot.
Not
I
a
don't
lot.
know exactly. We haven't seen him much.
Let's take a look here. Clevinger. He's pitched once the last 30 days. He pitched twice. No, once. He pitched on July 29th. He went 5 innings, gave up no earned runs on 2 hits. Struck out 3 against the Cleveland Guardians. So this is the second time he's faced the Guardians in the last week. So a little bit of a back-to-back here for him. And on the flip side, Logan Allen, 4.50 ERA, 1.11 whip, 8.5 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%. 2 walks per 9, a 2.25 BABIP, a 4.94 FIP, and a 3.95 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the White Sox in this one here, 4.49 FIP, 4.30 SIERA compared to 4.77 and 4.73. Hitting advantage goes towards the Guardians in this one, 116 WRC plus, which is 10th compared to 77, which is 24th. I really have no feel on this game. This is a tricky one for me. I want to lean White Sox in this game with Clevinger. They just saw Clevinger, though, the Guardians, so I feel like they can hit them. This is a stay-off spot for me.
It's an AL Central game. That's it. I don't have anything from this game. I looked at it, crossed it out, moved on. That's it.
Fair enough. Then back to the chat as I type up this next game, which I type up the Red Sox game.
Andy Murray plus 240 money line. I'm guessing that's tennis. Good luck. Oh wait, that might be UFC. Braves same game parlay. Harris hit, Riley hit, Olsen hit, or Olsen RBI since I missed you capping them. Good luck.
Yeah,
I'm on
like
the clubhouse. Kennedy money line in UFC is my biggest play of the week. Good luck. Just need the never in doubters. Let's get it. Pass. Add Morel to the same game parlay. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. I'll take Paxton. No, thank you. Joe, I took Dream Team total under and it cashed. I knew it was a trap. Yeah, because I gave out the over yesterday, so it had to be a trap. Blue Jays, don't know. Jack, LOL. Orioles, money line, -1.5. Flaherty, K props. Swept, never in doubt. Beautiful. Nerfy, Friday. So my top 4 are the Toronto game, Seattle game, Miami game, Atlanta game. Good luck. Murray, definitely tennis, old Scott. Okay, it was Andy Murray in tennis. All right. Nick, we'll head to this game, which I do like this one.
Yeah, this one's interesting. We have everybody's favorite pitcher to bet against, Alek Manoah, taking on the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are -155, total of 10 in this game. Take a look at the line history in this spot, and line history definitely does say Boston. Line opened up at a 150. It's up to a 156. So a 26-cent line movement towards the Red Sox. Line opened up at 10. It's up to a -110. It's up to a 10 -130. So a 20-cent line movement towards the over and a 26-cent line movement towards the Red Sox. So big line movements on this game. Let's see if the line reflects an over and it reflects the Red Sox here. And it kind of does. 88% of the tickets, 69% of the cash is on the Red Sox. So public all over the Red Sox here. That makes sense. Line has moved, so they are respecting that money coming in. They're not respecting the under money coming in because 45% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the under. And the line's moved towards the over. So kind of them saying that they believe that Alek Manoah gets hit in this one, which makes sense because Alek Manoah has not been very good. Fenway Park, the 4th best hitting conditions on the slate, plus 9% runs, -10% home runs, plus 20% doubles, triples, plus 6% singles. Alek Manoah and James Paxton. Manoah, 4.34 ERA, 1.45 whip, 9.64 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 5.79 walks per 9, 260 BABIP, but a 4.93 FIP and a 5.16 SIERA. On the flip side, James Paxton, 4.95 ERA, 1.35 whip, 8.55 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.15 walks per 9, a 304 BABIP, a 452 FIP, and a 4.28 SIERA. The bullpen advantage going towards the Red Sox in this game, 2.89 FIP, 3.41 SIERA compared to 3.91 and 4.12. The hitting advantage goes towards the Red Sox here in this one, 113 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 100, which is 14th for the Jays here in this one. I like the over in this spot. I do. Over 10 in this spot, and I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Manoah does get hit. It is a 5.5 at -110, so I think that'll be enough to keep me off the Red Sox team total. But I do lean towards the Red Sox team total here in this one. After this last series with the Blue Jays, I've kind of torn up that plus 750 AL East ticket. That was kind of a donation there. And just hoping that the Rays can make up for that. But I'm on the over 10 here at -130.
Yeah, I'm going to do 10.5 because I'm not laying 130 on a total. I could see this one having 13, 14, 15 runs. And normally when these two teams play, it's a high-scoring game. Alek Manoah has not been good this year. And I don't really need to sugarcoat that one. And I think James Paxton can get hit. It's just one of those where plus you get team history between these two teams, and they always go over. I think last year they played 19 times and it went over like 14 or something like that. So these two teams are notorious over teams together, and you get two pitchers that I'm not super high on. Yeah, give me the over. I got 10.5 at -109 instead of the 10 at -130 just because I don't like dropping that big of numbers. So I took the over 10.5 in this game, Nick.
There you go. I'll head back to the chat here in this one. Where did we leave off? There we go. Pass. Oh, Admiral, yeah. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Untouchable. I'll take Paxton. So Nathan with the Red Sox here in this one. Oh, you already went through all these. Tennis Scotsman. Yurfie on the Baltimore game and the Dodger game. AL Central. Toronto, even though Boston swept them twice this year. Yeah. For whatever reason, Toronto can't beat American League East teams, which is frustrating. Good call on Cubs run line yesterday, fellas. Appreciate it. Probably going to trifecta Baltimore first 5 full game team total over. Alek Manoah. Don't the Blue Jays and Red Sox normally trend over? They do. Alek under strikeouts. Do you both still live in your parents' house or just broadcast from different rooms? I live in my own apartment. I'm just out of town right now. I'm in Tennessee. So I'm in a different house. But yeah, I have my own apartment.
I have two different places in 2 different cities. So.
Best value left in World Cup futures is Japan plus 800. Not interested in United States, UK, or Spain. I'm interested in bet against the United States. I have full interest in being able to do that. But we have 6 more baseball games to go over, and this one I've kind of have a little bit of interest in here. The Texas Rangers and the Miami Marlins in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, as we have Jordan Montgomery making his debut with the Texas Rangers against Jesus Luzardo. This line's plummeted. Line opened up at a -150 for the Rangers. It's down to a 132. Tells me that the Miami Marlins are very live in this game. Line opened up at a 8.5 -125. It's now an 8.5 -105. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. See if it represents a move towards the Marlins and a move towards the under in this one here. 37% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Miami Marlins. The line has moved towards the Marlins. They're respecting that money. I kind of like Miami here.
Yep.
44% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the over in this spot. The line's moved slightly towards the under in this one here. Looking at Ballpark Pal in this one, where Globe Life Field roof just closed, -6%. Simple enough. Jesus Luzardo taking on Jordan Montgomery. Jesus Luzardo, 2.89 ERA, 1.29 whip, 11.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 3.54 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, but a 3.10 FIP and a 3.67 SIERA. On the flip side, Jordan Montgomery has been okay this year, but he's now with the Texas Rangers. He's no longer with the Cardinals. 4.03 ERA, 1.30 whip, 6.85 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 3.63 walks per nine, a 2.66 BABIP, a 4.98 FIP, and a 5.14 SIERA. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Fisher here in this one, 3.78 FIP, 3.81 SIERA compared to 5.46 FIP and a 4.06 SIERA. The hitting advantage, Tim, actually goes towards Miami in this one. If there's one thing the Miami Marlins do, and it's smash lefties. 130 WRC plus, which is fourth in baseball. And the Rangers are a league average against lefties. 16th, 101 WRC plus. I am very interested in Miami in this game, and I'm interested enough to double down here on Miami first 5 full game. Let's take a look at what we can get with Miami here. They are plus 115 first 5. And I'm also going to grab them plus 121 full game. I think that the Marlins come out and they can win this game. I like Luzardo to come out here and shove. And if there's anything the Marlins I can trust them to do is make is hit lefties. So I'm on the Marlins first 5 and full game money lines here.
Yeah, I'm already on the Marlins. I like backing Luzardo. The Marlins have actually been really, really good in his starts. They've won 5 out of his last 6 starts, which – I know it doesn't really mean much probably to you. It just shows me whether or not the team is winning when they pitch. And when I see, and that's why I use the most profitable pitcher rankings and stuff, because I like to see which teams win when they pitch. And I believe actually he's been quite solid in terms of that as well. Let's look. Miami. Jesus Luzardo, 15-7 for Jesus Luzardo, up 6 units. So he's almost in the top 5. So he's been a very solid pitcher in terms of pitcher profit rankings. So I really do like Jesus Luzardo, and it's Jordan Montgomery making his first start for Texas. Yeah, sign me up for some Marlins action today.
Sounds good. We will head back to the chat here.
By the way, I already have the MLB pod made up. We're just going to talk the game and then I'll show it.
All right. Stayed off, lean Marlins. Yeah. Dodger blue. Luck. Dan, why the Rangers go out and buy every pitcher they could or what? It felt like it, right? And they're both. I still think their rotation is still not better than the Astros. I think the Astros still have the better rotation. Rangers run line cashed yesterday. It did. Congratulations to all the square juicy bettors yesterday cashing on the run line with the Rangers. Knock, knock. The usual Marlins nerfy is tricky today because of Montgomery. I could definitely see the Marlins scoring runs in this game because they hit lefties. Shit. It's Fade Blue Jays first 3 day. Oh, Manoa. Yeah, I could see that. It's always fade the Jays, Joe. LOL. I don't think the Blue Jays do not suck. I do think they have a very high potential this season. I know you don't. Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brewers are minus 165, total of 9 in this game here. Let's take a look here. We have Prestier and Colin Ray. This line opened up at a 170. It's down to a 166, so a 4-cent line movement towards Pittsburgh in this game. And the line opened up at a 9.5 plus 105. It's down to a 9 minus 107. So it's moved down half a run as well, which is kind of interesting there. Not 2 pitchers I would think let's go bet an under with, but we'll get into it. 57% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved that way. And it's the usual, the big bets are coming in on the Pirates. This time only 13% of the tickets, but 47% of the cash. So obviously the Pirates always get sharp money, and they just got blown out 14-1 yesterday. So that's definitely something that is always interesting to keep in mind. Paul Park Pal has American Family Field minus 3% on runs, plus 6% home runs, minus 6% doubles, triples, minus 4% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Quinn Prestier, probably the reason why I'm not back in the Pirates here today. 9.19 ERA, 1.72 whip, 7.47 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 6.32 walks per nine, a 2.73 BABIP, but a 7.23 FIP, and that's a 5.68 ERA. They should absolutely smack around Prestier today. On the other side, Colin Ray is not someone I particularly trust either. 6.10 ERA, 1.26 whip, 10.02 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.74 walks per 92, 96 BABIP, a 5.4 FIP, and a 3.55 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Pirates here, 3.91 FIP, 3.02 SIERA compared to 4.33 and 3.25. Hitting advantage slightly goes towards Pittsburgh here, 88 WRC plus, which is 21st, compared to 86, which is 24th. I want nothing to do with this game. Absolutely nothing to do with this game. Hard pass for me.
Same boat. And normally you look at it and go, oh well, this team Pirates got blown out. Pirates are awful. If this was a team that was like a over 500 team, they just got blown out, maybe I could try to look towards it. No, Pirates are awful. They've been awful. They're going to be awful. And this Quinn Prissier guy is not something I want to back, and I don't want to touch Colin Ray or the Brewers at a big price tag like this. So yeah, no, this one's a complete stay away from me as well.
Easy enough. Back to the chat here.
Yep.
Houston, same game parlay. Altuve and Tucker both to get a hit. There you go. Who's there? Hey, okay. He's trying to do a knock-knock joke. Dodgers game, I wanted to take the whole game, but only took Freeman to get over 1.5 bases. It's 4 to 5 days in a row, guys. Been guys smashing two base hits per game. Sprinkle something on 3 to 4. There you go. Over. Fair. Brewers for sure money line. 4.5 run line. Good luck. Had Milwaukee yesterday. Cash the Brewers team total over 7.5 yesterday for plus 425. Wow. Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm on the Astros first 5 over. I am on the Astros first 5 in general. I'm taking Houston, but you guys got me stuck on first 5 or full game. I would go first 5 in this one. The Astros do not have the bullpen edge over the Yankees right now, so that's why I'm sticking to first 5. Demoralizing. Yeah. 4 games left. 4 games left here on the slate. Arizona Diamondbacks and Minnesota Twins. The Twinnies minus 130 favorites. Total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get into this one here between Bailey Ober and Merrill Kelly. Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 128. So a 2-cent line movement towards Arizona. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's down to an 8.5 minus 105. So a 5-cent line movement towards the under. Let's see if the market kind of reflects that here in this one. As we have 85% of the tickets and 89% of the cash on the under. The lines move slightly towards the under. 52% of the tickets, 73% of the cash on the Twinnies. And the lines move slightly towards the Diamondbacks, which is kind of interesting there. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for this one. In this game, or you have target field minus 4% runs, minus 14% doubles, home runs, plus 2% doubles, triples, plus 2% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Merrill Kelly and Bailey Ober. Merrill Kelly, 3.27 ERA, 1.36 whip, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.27 walks per 9, a 303 BABIP, a 355 FIP, and a 4.39 SIERA. On the flip side, Bailey Ober, 4.91 ERA, 1.36 whip, 8.59 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 1.23 walks per 9, a 3.49 BABIP, a 5 FIP, and a 3.98 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Twinnies here. 4.94 FIP, 3.90 SIERA compared to 5.08 and 4.35. Massive hitting edge here towards the Minnesota Twins. 128 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 87, which is 22nd. For me, this is Twins or nothing. I don't like the way the line's moving, though, so this is going to be a stay-off spot for me.
Yeah, I don't really like this game either. I will say I like Merrill Kelly at plus money. I'm a big Merrill Kelly guy. He's been really solid this year. And as weird as it sounds, you know what? I'm going Diamondbacks because I'm looking more into his numbers. He's 6-1 with a 2.74 ERA on the road, which is a lot better than his 3-4, 3.6 ERA at home. So this is one of the few exceptions that you get a pitcher that's a lot better on the road than he is at home. And I just want to go after Merrill Kelly. And I'm not high on this Twins team. Bailey Ober, more like Bailey Over. He's been awful. He's just been allowing runs after runs. And I think this is a good spot for Arizona to kind of build back into their season. I know at one point they were like 20 games over 500. Now they're only 4. So it is kind of sad
the
to
worst
see that
record. Yeah, they have the worst record since the All-Star break.
Yeah, definitely rough to see, considering I have division ticket on them. But obviously that fell flat on their face. But I like Arizona today, plus 110.
There you go. Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Where did you leave off?
It's this guy.
I don't know why everyone is taking the Royals. LMAO, they suck on the road. Look at the last 6 games. They've been really good as of late. They've won 6. They won 6-8. Yeah, I know they played the Mets and the Twins. Yes, Phillies are a playoff team. Come on, the Royals are the worst teams for heaven's sake. I don't. Did we actually bet it? No, we didn't. We didn't bet that game. I was looking at the Royals, but I never bet it.
Also, you got to keep in mind that the Phillies are minus 245 favorites. Yes, obviously the Phillies are the better team. Are they a minus 245? Hell no. Hell no. Minus 245. No.
Went 12 of 13 batter props yesterday. Feeling today's 8 all on one ticket, 3 units, 150 to pay 6,000. Get it, that guy. Hell yeah. Make sure you feed the peeps. There you go. KK, your plays have been on point. There you go. I'll tidy those 8 batters up. I don't have to read it out one, but in case anybody wants to follow them. No, we'll read them out for you. Diamondbacks, yes. Snakes, yes. First 5. And Nerfy and first 5 under. Sure. Braves game. Harris 1 hit. Riley 1 hit. Olsen over an RBI. Morale 1 hit. Houston game, Altuve, Tucker. Dodger game, Freeman over bases. Get it. Good luck, that guy. Yeah, and Philly also sucks. It's Jordan Lyles for the Royals today. Pass for me. That's one of the.
I think the under is the best play in that game. The under is the best play in that game. First 5, under 5 for that one.
There you go. Noah's the ace for Philly. Yes, he is.
That's why I like the under.
Thinking about fading Tanner Bowser in UFC tomorrow. Was mouthing off against UFC sponsors and hyping Venom, which we all know Monsters, the company that pays the sponsorship for the UFC. Yes. Good luck to you. I'm not betting UFC. Pirates 1 for 15 in the last 15 games versus the Brewers. There you go. There you go. All right, Nick. There we go. Let's get to this game, which I have a feeling we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let's get started here. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Colorado Rockies. The Cardinals are 165 favorites in this game. And that line's only gone up. Line's only gone up. It opened up at 165. It's up to a 184 for Adam Wainwright. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, the line opened up at a 9.5. It's up to a 10. So the line has moved up in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Or at the cash flow in the spot. See if it represents a move towards the over and a move towards the Cardinals. And I understand the move towards the over. 71% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved up half a run. It makes sense. These pitchers suck. These offenses, at least the Cardinals, has been good. This one doesn't make sense here. And everybody's jumping on the Rockies here. 39% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the Rockies. And the lines move towards the Cardinals. It makes me very interested in St. Louis, even at this monster price. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal for this one. See what type of hitting conditions we have in this one. Busch Stadium, minus 6% runs. Minus 15% home runs, minus 1% double triples, 0% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. It's probably the best matchup you can give Adam Wainwright right now with the struggles. Chris Flexen's been terrible. 12.27 ERA, 2.73 whip. I don't think he's pitched much real quick, though. Let's take a look at what Chris Flexen has done. I think this is his second start here with the it's his second start with the Rockies, and it is his second game, or he's only pitched one game in the last 30 days. So I don't need to read off Chris Flexen's stats here. Adam Wainwright's not been very good. 6.28 ERA, 1.74 WHIP, 5.65 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%. 4.4 walks per nine, and 3.11 BABIP, a 7.32 FIP, and a 5.51 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards St. Louis here. 4.20 FIP, 4.26 SIERA compared to 4.96 and 4.27. Hitting advantage is a massive one here. Like I said, this is probably the best matchup that you could have given to Adam Wainwright right now, considering his struggles. Because the Rockies are dead last versus righties right now, 68 WRC plus, which is 30th, compared to the Cardinals, 119 WRC plus, which is 7th. I know this is Adam Wainwright. I know it's very difficult to lay this type of price with him. I'm interested in the Cardinals here in this spot. My only worry in this game with the over is, yes, the line's moved towards the over, but money's come in on it. I would lean first 5 under in this game at 5.5 would be my lean if I had to do that here. But I'm going to double down on the Cardinals here in this spot. That's the way I'm approaching this game. I'm going to be on the first 5 -1/2 at -115 and the full game run line at even money. I think the Cardinals tear up Chris Flexen today. And that's my main worry behind the under in this game is not Adam Wainwright. It's Chris Flexen in this spot. And because I think Waino can go out there and pitch well in this spot. But I'm going to double up on the Cardinals here. First 5 full game run lines.
Well, poop. I made the entire thing just for it to get shut down. And it's kind of the and I'm going to mention this to Hazmat. This has got to be the poop play of the day, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm not posting this because Nick doesn't like the under, but I had that all made.
I didn't bet it though.
No, then we won't worry about it. I'll make a different one. Maybe I'll find maybe the Marlins. I like the Marlins. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I like the under in this game. This one's the poop play of the day, and I'm gonna ride with that. I'm gonna ride with the under. It just seems like a painfully obvious over that I'm taking the under kind of type deal.
Absolutely, and I remember I saw somebody post about this game, and I commented on it saying this game is going to go under for no good reason whatsoever. So I can definitely see this game being an under, and I do lean under. So if you wanted to post that as the play, you can. I personally did not play the under. I just played the Cardinals because I think the Cardinals get. I think the Cardinals get to Flexen in this one. So Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not touching the Cardinals at that price.
Let's take a look here at the chat. Yeah, keeping it simple. Keeping it simple and not backing any teams to win outright. Just some batters to get hits against mediocre pitching. There you go. Elmo 100 gambler. Yes, and we double up on 1-800 gambler games. Give me the Rockies. No, thank you. You know I got to be flexing that Rockies money line. It's win right there. Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah. Good morning, Dad. We got 2 more games after this one, and then I'll be upstairs for breakfast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Waney Poo. Yes, Waney. OG Earle in the house. Yeah. If Nathaniel Lowe would have gotten his hit yesterday, would have paid me 4.8 on a 2-unit play. But still stole 1.45 from 365. There you go. Across the 2. Guy was on a 16 or so day streak, just couldn't keep it going. Unbelievable. Rockies bats are ice cold. I can absolutely see Waino shutting them down, which let's take a look what it is. It's a 4.5 and juice towards the under. So they do think that they don't score many runs. Yeah, Nathaniel Lowe is having a great season. Cardinals in the over. I like the Cardinals. I lean under. I couldn't get to it. I lean under. He'll probably bounce back today. I couldn't find anything else I liked, so I left it off for today. See how he does. Might launch him tomorrow. There you go. I concur. Can we play the Minions video? What? Oh. I know what he's talking about now. probably what he's talking about. Let's get into the next one here. 2 games remaining. Seattle Mariners and the LA Angels. The Mariners minus 115 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Reed Detmers and Luis Castillo. Line opened up at a minus 110. It is still a minus 110. Did get up to minus 118 at one point, though, for the Mariners. Line opened up in an 8.5. It's down to an 8. A lot of these totals moving down today, I've noticed. A lot of line moves towards unders, which tells me that today could be a very low-scoring slate. Even though Fridays, I like to find ways to back overs, I just haven't today. Let's take a look at this line history in this one between the Mariners and the Angels. We have 62% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on Luis Castillo and the Mariners. 61% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the under in this spot here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal in this spot as we have this game at Angel Stadium, minus 1% runs, plus 8% home runs, minus 8% doubles, triples, minus 1% singles. We have Luis Castillo and Reed Detmers, 2 pitchers that have actually been doing pretty well. Luis Castillo, 2.32 ERA, 0.84 whip, 10.16 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 1.45 walks per 9, a 233 BABIP, a 3.27 FIP, and a 3.17 SIERA. On the flip side, Reed Detmers actually has been struggling a little bit, but I expect some positive regression from him. 7.11 ERA, 1.47 whip, 11.37 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 3.79 walks per 9, a 333 BABIP, a 538 FIP, and a 4 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners. Pretty clear and obvious one there. 3.39 FIP, 4.07 SIERA compared to 4.70 and 3.59. Hitting advantage goes towards the Angels, 110 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 86, which is 22nd. I lean slightly towards the under in this game. I am not playing this one, though. I would like to think the Mariners for against them in the top of the inning last night to help me catch the Mariners on the line. I lean for 5 under 4. I'm not playing it. I was hoping for a 4.5.
I'm on the under. I gave it out at 8.5 last night, and now it's down to an 8. I like Luis Castillo. Obviously, I have a Cy Young ticket on him, and he's been good this year. 2.88 ERA. I know it's he's got a 7-7 record, but he's been actually quite solid this year, and I think he has another solid game here. And it's going up against Reed Detmers, who I also like. I like Detmers, even though he's had a rough year. He's had a decent stretch the last little while since the beginning of June. He had one bad start against the Dodgers where he allowed 7 earned runs. Everything else has been 4 or less. I think he has a solid game today. I'm not super high on the offenses in this one. I like the under 8. I got 8.5 on balling out last night, but I like the under in this one.
Fair enough. We'll head back to the chat here. Some WNBA here for some from Untouchable. Mystic spread in the under, over in Sun Fever, over in Dallas, Chicago. Link spread in the over.
Washington spread, yes. Over in Sun game, I took the Fever. Over in Dallas game, yes. And then I took the links in the over, yes. So looks good to me.
Yeah. Spills, minions like that. Like they talk. Yeah. Mariners first 5 for KK. I can see that. I would play Mariners full game because they have the nice bullpen edge. I'd like to fade the Angels bullpen if I'm looking to play that. Ohtani should at least get a hit today, but Seattle's pitcher is what I look for to stay away from. Batter props in a given game. He may only let up 2 hits. That's gambling. Yeah, exactly. I'll taking Timmy's boy Reed Detmers, Angels first 5.
I like Detmers.
Much rather a pitcher who lets up 7 to 10 hits over 5 to 7 innings against hot batters. Fair. Moniak and Moustakas bats have been hot, but again, against this pitching, I wouldn't back them myself. Let's head into this last matchup, which is kind of interesting here. We have the LA Dodgers as a dog. We have the Dodgers as a dog today. San Diego and LA. The Padres minus 120 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. We got Bryce Miller versus Darvish here in this one. Line open up in a pick'em, and it's gone up to a 123. Line open up in an 8.5 at minus 110. It's down to an 8.5 at even money in this one here. Let's take a look at the cash flow, see if it represents a move toward the Padres, and it does. Up at 51% of the tickets, 69% of the taxes on San Diego, 54% of the tickets, and 63% of the taxes on the under in this game here. Take a look at ballpark foul in this one, as this is, I believe, the worst increase in the state. Minus 9% runs, minus 2% doubles, home runs, minus 3% doubles, minus 9% on singles. We have Bobby Miller and Yu Darvish. Both these pitchers have actually been pretty good. Bobby Miller, 4.64 ERA, 1.08 whip, 10.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 8 for walk line, a 309 BABIP, 402 flip. On the flip side, we have Yu Darvish, 3.86 ERA, 1.46 whip, 10.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 4.28 walk line, a 19 BABIP, 4.85 flip. 4.2 TR. So I believe the pitching manage goes towards Bobby Miller here in the spot. Bullpen edge goes towards the Padres, 3.91 FIP, 3.5 TR compared to 4.59 and 4.88. The Padres bullpen has improved as of late. The hitting advantage is a pretty big one for the Dodgers, 135 WRC plus, which is second compared to 116th, which is ninth. As much as I would have liked to back the Padres in this game, I just couldn't get there. Because I do like what I see from Bobby Miller, and this Dodgers offense is still really, really strong. And I believe they do beat up on Yu Darvish a little bit as well. So this is a stay off for me. I would lean Padres, but I'm just not getting to this one.
I like the Padres. I know the Padres. Did they just get swept? No, they won 2 out of 3. Oh, they're only one game under 500 now.
They've been playing much better.
They have been, and it's Yu Darvish at home. And this, as much as I mentioned the poopy play of the under in the Cardinals game, here could be one too. You get a Dodgers team that is 17 games over 500, and they're a dog to a team that's one game under. I don't know about that one. I know the pitching matchup kind of says everything towards that one. I like Yu Darvish and the Padres in this one to finish out the slate. If you don't really trust them at laying minus money, let's see, what can you get for a run line? Now, plus 170 for Padres run line if you're interested in that. If you're going after a score, go after a big one. I don't know. I like the Padres in this matchup. I'll even take them at minus 1. I could get 122 for the Padres. I like the Padres in this matchup.
I lean that way. I just couldn't believe it.
That's fair. That's all the games for today. I think we're only going to have 3 games up on the site. Interesting.
Back to the chat here. And then we will head on out.
Where did you leave off? Probably towards this area. Dodgers are a dog because San Diego is 8-2 over the last 10. Yeah. Never mind. They're 6-4. Not sure why Dodgers are dogs today with Miller versus Darvish. It's probably because it's Darvish. Dodgers, no thank you. Maytel, my under. I like the under in the Eagles game, yes. Yu Darvish at home. Time for Padres to man up this series against the big bad Dodgers. Now, if the Dodgers were favored in this game, I wouldn't go after the Padres. It's because the Padres are favored in this game. I just think the Padres are the hotter team coming in and have the better hitting advantage. I disagree. Under. Sure. Aside from Freeman over 1.5 bases, I was leaning Mookie Betts to get a hit to keep a streak going. Just didn't pull the trigger when the payout is already $6K. That's fair. Pitching matchup Dodgers. I think it's an advantage towards the Padres. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. Reds in the over. I do like the Reds today.
Nationals, first 5 full game.
Was more about not wanting to be greedy at the same time instead of the. I got you, Bobby Miller 6-2. No, I don't see that. I see the Padres winning today. But that's all the games for today. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it is time for. Let me find the video. Here we go.
Housekeeping.
Yep, we'll be brief with housekeeping today. I'm putting the links in the chat for all of the That's the Instagram. This will be the Twitter. And I'm going to put the TikTok in there as well. Make sure you guys are following all those. We're really trying to build the brand. And we appreciate everybody who does come in, subscribe, follow us on all the different social medias. We've been putting a bunch of content out on them. And currently sweating out one of my Counter-Strike plays that I gave out, which was Vitality to sweep at plus 150. It's currently in overtime. So this has been a fun matchup to watch. But I put a lot of content out each day on the Instagram and on the TikTok and all that stuff. So make sure you guys are checking all of that out. Links are in the description and they're going to be in the chat as well. Recap from today. I'm going to be on the Cubbies. I like the Reds. I lean Tigers. I like the Astros. Lean Royals. All over the Orioles. I'm on the over in the Red Sox game. Marlins, which Marlins are going to end up being the play of the day on the Instagram. And then I like Arizona, the under in Colorado, and then the under in Seattle, and I lean Padres.
Yeah, I got 12 plays in the MLB. We're going to kick it on off with the Atlanta Braves. Team total over 4.5 at minus 137. The full game over 8.5, minus 123. Nationals first 5 plus 143. Full game plus 155. KC Philadelphia first 5 under 5. Houston Astros first 5 minus 132. Mets first 5 plus 117. Toronto Boston over 10 minus 130. Miami first 5 plus 115. Full game plus 121. And ending it off with Wainwright first 5 minus 0.5 and full game minus 1.5. The Cardinals first 5 full game run line.
Get it. You guys get a homer and a Peter Car Wash one from the crossover episode. Oh, the homer and Peter. You guys.
Oh, yeah, the car wash one, yeah.
What about it?
During the crossover episode. Video? No, we don't.
No. For everyone, for when there's is really hot picks, LMAO. Have a great day, everyone. You too. Mets versus Orioles for the World Series next year, Tim. I hope so. That would be a fantastic World Series. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition. Bye.